Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to another beautiful Monday.
It's spectacular.
We've really been blessed with the weather this month.
I think so,
It's
too.
a July to remember.
Yeah.
No 90s, no 50s,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I'll take it.
One day of rain. I could have used two maybe, but
Yeah. Yeah, 2 would have been nice,
two
but
mornings of rain.
I'll take one. One is better than none.
Yeah. So
But-
August is nearly upon us.
Oh, so close,
I
dude.
mean, it's upon us, really.
Yeah. And
Shout out to my cousin Lauren. Happy birthday on the 1st of August.
that's an easy
More
one to
rain.
remember.
Yeah, and her brother AJ, 4th of August.
Oh,
Yeah.
close.
My cousin AJ just this last weekend he ran his first 100-mile marathon.
Oh, one of the super marathons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like the Stanhope something.
That's not one of the ones where they're like going through the woods and you have to like scavenger hunt too.
No, I don't think so.
Yes.
But it did take him 36 hours.
Whew.
He started Friday night and finished Sunday morning, I think.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it didn't look fun, but he had a smile. I guess he likes that kind of stuff. I think how powerful he feels afterwards.
Yeah, I'll bet you feel pretty good. Well, maybe not immediately afterwards. After some recovery time,
yeah.
you probably feel pretty good about
But then
yourself.
you're like, wow, you start seeing the world in a 100-mile radius a little differently.
Yeah. Yeah, I never thought of it that way.
I can conquer 100 miles. I've done it before.
That can't be good for you, like
No,
long
it
term.
looks like it's bad for you.
Yeah, like
But by the end, you're like holding your legs so hard, you can't even. The range of motion is severely. But compared to being sedentary, it's probably better.
Yeah, I mean, do what you want to do. That's my thing.
Exactly. He
If
just
you're
likes
having
being
fun,
out.
you're having fun.
He likes being out in nature.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of maybe it was the one that's based off of a prison break
Ooh.
that you have to it's like through the woods and you have to I think scavenger hunt or something like that. It's wild.
Interesting.
I forget what it's called.
That sounds kind of fun to add a mental element to it.
Yeah.
Or like something to distract you from just the unending left foot, right foot.
Yeah, for sure.
You ever run a long distance?
I mean, no more than like a 10K.
Okay, that's still pretty solid.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever ran more than a mile.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
In a row.
Yeah, I honestly I don't know why I ever ran more than half a mile.
It seems like it hurts.
You just
Walk. You're not in that much of a hurry.
Practically, I've never had to run more than half a mile.
Yeah, most of the world you can get to, 20 seconds later and just walk instead.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the Army loves running. Big fans of running over there.
Oh yeah.
But the running's just to build up like endurance and stamina and cardio.
Mm-hmm.
Never ever.
It's not practical.
No, you don't have to run 10 miles.
Yeah, just march.
Or 10 kilometers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you have a good week?
I did have a pretty good week. I almost got my jet ski out. The battery died. I got the trickle charger to fix it.
Okay.
I got it out on the water. I got my winch working good. I got the ramp looking fine. I figured out where to launch it from. Got it all the way in, and then the battery
crapped out.
Oh,
yeah. That must have been so disappointing.
It was a little disappointing, but this next week I'm sure I'll get it out.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, unless there's another problem. But
yeah.
I feel like I'm one problem away from solving everything.
Yeah, for sure. I had a pretty good week too. Not super eventful. Just because just been so busy.
Oh yeah, well your house and you're looking at real estate that'll take up all your time.
Yeah, but that and I still got on stage a decent amount of times.
Oh yeah,
so
right.
I was happy about that. I mean, it was
the mic at 6th and Proctor is getting better and better every week.
It was crazy that one night. There was, I mean, I think it was standing room only.
Yeah, I think it was like 100 people in there on Thursday.
That's insane.
Not even counting comics.
Yeah, That crazy, dude.
Yeah, and everyone did really well. It was nice.
Yeah. No, I was feeling really good. Somebody like went up to me afterwards, like an aspiring comic. Don't want to mention names, but they were like, "Yeah, you've gotten a lot better since I've like seen you." And it's
hell
like,
yeah.
you've only known me for 3 weeks. What the fuck are you talking? Who the fuck are you?
That's funny.
It's like, you know how long I've been doing this?
Yeah, I've grown so much more than you've even realized.
It's like, just because I put... What, you think because the first week you see me, I put out a stinker, that means I'm a bad comic and I magically just grew into somebody with 2 years of experience over a 2-week period?
Exactly. It's like the up and down of the graph. They're only seeing such a short wavelength that they don't see the whole crest.
It was not, it's a nice gesture, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's a nice gesture.
Well,
but
it's always nice for people to think you're getting better.
He was also like, "Are you on TikTok?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Why not? You like need to get in TikTok if you want to get anywhere in comedy." And I'm like, "Okay, like stop."
Yeah. Well, that stuff always makes me laugh too, because like people assume your ambitions.
Yeah.
And like most of my ambitions are very different from the average.
Yeah.
Aspiring.
Like
comedian.
I got other things going on. I can't be doing TikTok too.
Yeah, train videos to post.
Yeah, I do have that to post. New one's out.
Yeah,
I went to Chehalis.
The Chehalis episode.
Yep.
Check it out at Warren
W. Robertson 253 on YouTube.
253.
It's it's a nice one for the summer. Good summer one.
Yes. It's funny because I went down to Chehalis with Willie this last week to drop off his car. His dad knows some mechanic down there.
Oh, okay.
Blah, blah, blah. So we were down there, and Willie was like, "I wonder if Warren's ever been down here." And I'm like, "I think he has." And then the next, soon after, there couldn't be hardly any more evidence of your having been there. It was well documented.
My favorite part of that whole journey is sometimes, like, when you have a camera set up and you're filming, trains, a lot of the times there's nothing going on.
There's not even a train.
Very mundane things. The fact that I caught a car that had, like, encroached too much on the crossing.
And started rolling backwards.
And they had that little moment of panic right there. It was like... That's nice. Just those little things set, those little moments that really make it a unique trip out to the field.
Yeah, or like you saw the roofers on this building across the street, or capturing a little bit of the street art around town.
Exactly. I think
make it a full adventure.
I mean, at least when I watch other people on YouTube that film trains, that's like the thing I appreciate is like
the personal touch.
You can do trains back to back to back to back, but when you add, maybe a little bit of a story to it, or you sort of immerse the viewer in the environment, and maybe they get to know you a little bit more.
Exactly.
I like that.
And then maybe they're like, "Hey, maybe I'll go to Chehalis and watch the trains myself." It seems like a nice, pleasant evening.
No, it's a great spot to go watch them. If it's like an hour drive from Tacoma, so it's not that far out of the way. And there's some other cool things there. Centralia is sort of their twin city, and you ever heard of the Centralia outlets?
Yes.
Yeah, they got an outlet mall, so all these big brands.
The outlets there. Yeah. You just go to the Nike or the new whatever.
Exactly.
All the different shoes.
Yeah. So if you're ever in the area, there's definitely some stuff worth checking out, I think. So.
I like it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's funny. I was coming back up from Chehalis that weekend. Just going home to Tacoma, and I got stuck in horrible traffic.
Ooh.
And I think it was people going to the Taylor Swift concert in Seattle.
Yeah. I heard that concert, the sound levels broke the record for the stadium.
I'll bet.
The Beastquake when Marshawn Lynch scored that touchdown, and it set off the Richter scale.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift broke it apparently with their concert.
That's
with her
wild.
Concert. Yeah.
I'll bet. Actually, I think I did see that, and it was like I think it's substantially broke.
Yeah, it wasn't by like 0.1 or 2. It was by
Yeah.
like 4 or 5, or even 8.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
And I wonder if it was the crowd screaming or if it was just her equipment.
I wonder. You also have like, if something really exciting happens, you might have people like jumping up and down and stuff too, and I'm sure that compounds it.
Definitely.
But yeah, I mean, it is kind of cool that we monitor, or like the Northwest Seismic monitors like all the activity around the stadium, and it is cool to see like what events create like these little earthquakes. Like I think they said it was like a 2.3 on the Richter scale.
Nothing to sneeze at.
But
although it is logarithmic, the Richter scale.
Yeah. But still,
I think it's because there's one of the like most accurate Richter or whatever instruments they use to measure at the University of Washington. It's like one of the best earthquake detector, most finely tuned or whatever.
Wow.
So I think my brother like subscribes to their Twitter feed, or you can like get alerts if there's an earthquake in your area that's more than whatever threshold you want.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he gets like texts all the time about earthquakes in Bellingham.
I know this isn't necessarily like Tacoma centric, but like, have you seen Twitter is now X?
Yeah, it changed the icon too.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that or not.
I think it's suicidal, if you will. Like if you've built up a good brand and then you just sort of toss it away, I just feel like you're undoing so much work.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like Twitter I always thought was kind of a stupid name.
Yeah.
But it's at least recognizable.
Well, it's also created its own verb too. Like now people are tweeting on X.
Yeah. Exactly. And X has there's no image that it conjures.
And like the thing is, not every like app or social media has its own like verb, right? Like I feel like Instagram doesn't, like, people aren't like, yeah, I was Instagramming earlier, like
yeah, you say like I was on Insta.
Yeah, or I was watching Reels or something, but like I think it's powerful to have like that verb. It's like I was tweeting, right?
I was Xing.
Instead of I was just posting to Twitter.
I was on X.
I was on X. But that shocked me because like at work I keep a thread open of WashDOT traffic Twitter because they put out a lot of great information on road conditions on that. And it was like embedded on a sort of like you know what a SharePoint is?
Yeah.
Yeah, a Microsoft SharePoint I put together so people can like check equipment and stuff like that. But I guess now you absolutely need an X account to view any content on X. So the thread's broken now. So it's like...
you got to reset. Oh, because you'd have to log in each time to
exactly. So I can't like embed the Twitter or the X thread into the website.
That's
so
exhausting.
Yeah, and it's like, because it just brings up this one issue I have where like Twitter is a really good way for like government agencies, or as like you were talking earlier, for like, the seismograph at University of Washington, to just easily and quickly get a bunch of information out to people. Like even emergency services will use it. Like, oh, hey, there's a fire on, such and such street. Please avoid the area, right? So I think, I don't know, it's like kind of concerning to me, but I'm not like, Twitter wasn't integral to my life, so
yeah, luckily that's a small part of your communication tasks.
Exactly.
It'd be, what if SharePoint went down?
Yeah,
just as screwed. Microsoft says we're not doing SharePoint now, we're doing X.
We're doing X. But yeah, speaking of like, August 1st coming up, the election, the special election.
The special election.
Yeah, because it's outside of the normal election. There are, so I don't know, like, your area, but I think my city council position's up for grabs. It's like
Ooh.
at large right now,
Okay.
or the at large position is up for grabs. I'm not an I don't know the difference between the at large positions and the ones that aren't at large.
Yeah.
I don't know. Local politics I find is very confusing, especially in Tacoma. Because
Yeah, they don't make it super straightforward for
there's
the audience.
so many positions that you elect.
And you can't know any of the people.
No,
you know?
it's very difficult to know, especially because like I feel like unfortunately the only good source of local news is the Tacoma News Tribune, and I just don't have
I don't subscribe to it.
the disposable income right now to bring on a newspaper subscription.
Yeah, what am I going to subscribe to the newspaper? That's crazy.
I mean, unfortunately, I feel like for a lot of places to get decent local news, if you even have a newspaper, which a lot of places don't anymore, you got to go to the newspaper for it, which is unfortunate because I think we had this notion that like, oh, well, with the internet, we can find whatever information we want. But newspapers, I guess, cared about local politics. Most people on the internet don't care about local politics, so you just don't have those people going out to all these city council meetings and telling you like what's happening and what's
There's
important.
No money in it.
And yeah, that's certainly a problem.
Not enough readers are caring about it to justify the author's time.
You know, thankfully, I think Tacoma is a substantial enough city of like civically engaged people that it seems like the News Tribune is doing okay. But I
actually read a headline from the News Tribune recently that there's 24,000 handicapped people in Tacoma.
That's a lot more than I thought.
Yeah, but then so I read just a little bit because the Tacoma Tribune, if you don't subscribe, you can usually read like the first 2 paragraphs.
Yeah.
And it did say that 24,000 ADA, not compliant, but ADA
people who fall under
people
like
who fall
ADA
under
protections.
ADA. Yeah, but it also that includes hearing impaired.
Okay. Does that also include like
wheelchairs?
Well, like mental illness too.
I'm not sure. The only ones I saw listed were physical handicaps.
Okay, interesting.
But I imagine many of them are civically minded individuals as well.
I think also like, certainly. I mean, being disabled, for instance, like your existence is just much more political than a lot of other people's, right? Because it's very easy to sort of just dismiss people with disabilities, like just
you're more reliant on government services,
right? It's like who cares about building ramps or handicap parking or larger bathroom stalls with handles and whatnot until until it's you, exactly. So. Yeah, that's really interesting because I mean Tacoma, the population of Tacoma is like what, maybe a little over 200,000.
Yeah.
Interesting thing I learned from
10%.
Yeah, unless like
that seems crazy.
I wonder if like
10% of Tacoma is disabled.
I wonder if it's like one of those things where they counted the people who are afforded ADA protections from like the metropolitan statistical area, which is larger than
it might be like Pierce County,
the actual
like
city
that.
limits. Yeah, like
or maybe if you have more than one disability, you get counted twice.
Oh yeah, maybe. But also, like, there's certain things I had no idea gave you ADA protections that I learned.
Flat arches.
No, like if you are a recovering addict, you get ADA. You are protected.
Oh,
by
then
the
I'm surprised it's not 50%.
Remember, recovering addict. You have to.
So if you're an active addict,
if you're an active addict, I don't think you're
not in recovery.
Protected.
Okay, so then back down to 10%.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, 20%. That's a little high.
Yeah,
a little high, but. With the election, I think the one thing that sort of stands out is there's a new property tax levy proposed. It's on. Let me pull it up here.
Property tax levy.
So the emergency medical services property tax levy increase. So it's prop number 1 in the special election. And basically what it does is it adds on a 50 cent per $1,000 tax. So based on like how your home's appraised. Let's say your home is appraised at, just to make it simple,
$1 million.
Let's say the value of your home's $1,000,
Okay.
right? Just to break it down to the simplest it can possibly be. There's a 50 cent tax on increase to the property tax for every $1,000 to help pay for emergency medical services.
Is this monthly or annually?
It's annually.
Okay, so if you have a $500,000 home, then you're paying $50 more a year.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly. But I think it's like also increasing like over time. It doesn't quite increase to 50 cent per $1,000 immediately.
Okay.
I think it's like over the course of the next few years. But like the thing is with these propositions, it seems sort of like a drop in the bucket for like what is normally a very critical service, emergency medical services, right? Props like these always get shot down by the voters.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, I get it.
I usually vote for them.
Nobody likes more taxes, right? But it's like, at the same time, it's nice to have like ambulances and paramedics and stuff like that being available and being able to respond quickly and using contemporary methods and equipment. And so, like, I think it's easy to see like, oh, I'm going to be paying more money, but I feel like think of it as more of an investment, right?
Exactly.
Sometimes I've noticed like
or like my dad thinks of it as like he would rather donate to a government organization than to most traditional philanthropic like he's more likely to buy a extra fishing and gaming license because he supports that branch of the government than to spend that money on a
like the Sierra Club.
Yeah, exactly. Or or a GoFundMe for something.
Yeah.
So he has always been in favor of those kind of use-based taxes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's it's also like when you register your car, like, do you want to give like $5 for Washington State Parks, or do you want to buy a Discover Pass or something like that?
You gotta get that Discover Pass.
But yeah, I think I'd be in favor of the increase. I mean, I don't own a home right now, but as a prospective homeowner, just paying a little bit more in property taxes to, help offset some cost struggles with the EMS, especially when like, you look at I think Falk and AMR, 2 ambulance companies, just left the county because they weren't making enough money.
Really?
Yeah, Falk and AMR both stopped operating ambulances in Pierce County.
That's very interesting. I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, which is not terrible for Tacoma because we have our own Tacoma like EMS, like Tacoma Fire has their own ambulances. But when you think about like more rural areas, there's some gaps that might need to be filled, and when you have ambulance operators pulling out of the county, it's
that's not good.
No, it's certainly not.
Not ideal.
No, definitely not. But yeah, so I mean the election ballots are due August 1st. So
get them in.
Yeah, get them in. Special election. So after this one, of course, we'll have another election in November, and we'll see what that entails.
We'll do more of a deep dive on that when it comes up. Let's say.
I will say though, like every time we vote here, I'm reminded of just how much I appreciate the mail-in voting, right, where they just mail the ballot to you.
You don't have to drive to the library and drop
the
it
amount
off.
of bullshit that you have to deal with, like if you have to vote in person, it's such an inconvenience. and it's people won't participate in like special elections like this where there's
yeah,
like 3
drops way
propositions on the ballot. So I think it's good that we have that. I'm thankful for it.
Yes, modern technology.
I,
Soon enough, we'll just be able to vote on our phones.
That would be nice. That would be that would be real nice. Oh, there's I keep seeing the test train. It's got to be soon. Like it's
Yeah?
running. I think it's running regularly. The test
Train is regular
for the T line extension because
Uh-huh.
I can hear it at my apartment because
Yeah?
it goes up Stadium Way, which I'm pretty close to, so I can hear the bell.
So you think it's like a week away then?
I think it maybe a week. It can't be more than a month.
Yeah.
It can't be. I mean,
So you'll still be able to ride it while you're at your place before you
I might be
buy
able
and
to
move into a new place.
I might be able to, so that's exciting. But they bought a new streetcar for the route too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it looks nice. Looks nice.
I'd hope so. A new one better look nice.
Well,
Sometimes the paint jobs are weird. Is that what you're thinking?
no. Sometimes we just buy ugly things. Sometimes,
I guess that's fair.
but and I think also just like compared to the ones we currently have, it was like, oh, what's that bright shiny thing
It's an upgrade.
coming down the tracks? Yeah, of course. I don't know if this is confirmed yet. I should probably have looked into it more, but I'm feeling pretty confident once the extension opens, we're going to have to start paying for the T-line.
Oh, yeah.
You can see the Orca terminals.
Coming out.
Well, they're buried under wood right now because they're not in use, and they just put like wood boards around them to protect them.
Yeah, because what are they going to do? You just have to pay if you go from the far end to the far end? That's not going to work.
No, it's not. So it's...
What do you think it's going to be? $1?
Probably.
I hope so.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. Actually, that'd be great. $1 to go from St. Joe's to the Tacoma Dome.
Perfect.
Yeah, so after you just get fucking alcohol poisoning at some event at the Tacoma Dome,
right home.
Don't even worry about an ambulance. the ambulance companies are pulling out, but that doesn't mean you have to miss out. You just get on the T line, take you straight to St. Joe's.
I like that. I bet it does happen.
Oh, for sure.
It might even be more direct. You don't have to wait for the ambulance to come to you.
That's right.
You just hop right on.
Just call 911, and they're like, "You need an ambulance?" And it's like, "No, I got it. I'm taking the T line."
I got the T line covered.
Yeah.
But I might need some help as soon as I get off.
Yes. Very much so.
Well, that's great news.
Yeah. No, I'm excited for it. I feel like we've been waiting for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Bated breath, but it's getting done, and I'm sure the businesses along the route will be happy too.
Oh yeah. Well, it makes me think, like, when you're looking at new places, are you looking at any in the area where the T-line extension could be useful to you?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I think
once that gets built, you got to imagine the real estate will go up in that area.
The next extension is, I believe, planned to go all the way to Tacoma Community College.
Whoa.
It's going to be a while.
That's a long step.
Yeah, it's going to be a while, but that's, I think, the next, that's the planned terminus for the route is it's going to run from Tacoma Community College all the way to the Dome. I think it's more like 2040. Oh. It's going to be a long time away, but that's the plan. That's the master plan. But yeah, no, I've definitely thought about it and considered it. It's definitely worth considering. Do you go to coffee shops much?
Almost never.
Almost never.
There's Valhalla up the street I go to every once in a while.
Okay.
Someone's over and they want some coffee.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a place to walk to.
It is. I went to this place. You ever been to Bluebeard?
Bluebeard. It sounds familiar, but I don't think I have.
It's on the corner of 6th and I don't think it's Trafton.
Okay, I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
right near Hilltop Heritage Middle School.
Mm-hmm.
Um, nice little spot. I enjoyed it. It's a
So what do you
little.
get when you go to a coffee shop? You get a
I'm a chai tea kind of guy.
chai tea.
Yeah,
Okay, I like
yeah.
that.
I'm like,
No pastry? Croissant?
I
If there's something special in the window, it
I
maybe catches your eye.
I do like a croissant.
Yeah.
Like if you make a good croissant, oh, that's a great way to start the morning.
Croissant and some chai tea? What's better than that?
If, just add a cigarette, and I think we'd be good.
Yeah, you'll be
Be
beautiful.
French.
Yeah, French or Indian.
Yeah. But yeah, I went there. They make a pretty good chai tea. I'd recommend it. Although there are very few like coffee places I've went to where I was like, this sucks.
Yeah, the floor for a coffee place is pretty high.
Yeah, and I think I'm just not like an aficionado, so I'm not super picky.
Sometimes it's nice and you don't have the ability to be a snob.
Yeah, but yeah, that's just a spot I
Nice
stopped at this week.
I like that little review of a local business. I was trying to think. I don't think I've been to any local businesses recently, which is a little disappointing. I usually try to get out there. I guess I've been to Harbor Freight. That's not really a local business.
No, not really.
I was at Harbor Freight today. I was at the Goodwill next to the Harbor Freight.
Ooh, how was that?
It was fine.
Good selection.
I was looking. So I was looking for red and yellow clothing.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was actually kind of hoping they had like an accessory section, like where you could find like a necklace or a bracelet or something.
Yeah.
But they didn't have one there.
No.
Which was kind of surprising to me. So I didn't really find what I wanted, but I got a little fan for.
I've been trying to find a bucket hat.
Oh.
I want to try
my eye out for you.
Yeah, please do. I saw one at Mission Thrift, and I was like, this looks fine. And then I noticed it had a design on it, and it was the Baby Yoda from Star Wars. And I was like, I don't want to be a Baby Yoda guy.
No, that's already a type of person, I think.
It's not
really you.
No, it's not me. But yeah, I was looking. I couldn't find any. I also sort of want to join the orange tinted glasses crew.
Oh yeah,
they're also hard to find.
Yeah, well, you can find more like brown scale. The like orange is a little tougher.
Yeah, but
yeah, Willie's been rocking the orange. I think he even has two.
Yeah,
I've been doing my kind of golden yellow-ish for almost maybe over a year now.
Yeah.
But it is nice to add a little color to your day.
You know what my favorite thing is about wearing orange-tinted glasses? When you take them off and the world's very
blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the contrast for just a minute.
Yeah, I always thought that was cool. Speaking of clothing, though, Logan and I went to the 9th anniversary
of
drop
the Etc.
at Etc. And it was cool.
He's been wearing this Etc. all day.
I camped out quotation marks in front of the store. I showed up an hour early.
Oh yeah,
I was second in line.
Whoa!
I talked to the guy that was first in line. He's like, I've been here since 5. So I showed up an hour before. This guy was there 6 hours before.
Wow, that's excessive.
And I'm like, at what point, like, do you show up for an event 6 hours ahead of time and you're the only one in line when you're like, maybe I'll come back in a couple hours?
Maybe I got a couple hours and I could still be number one.
Yeah, although it's one of those things where, like, you think to yourself, as soon as I leave, like a whole pack of people are going to show up.
That's when they show up.
But even...
What, did he get anything special for being the first guy?
Well, I'm not sure if he was like a regular enough guy that so they poured him some champagne.
Okay.
I think.
Did you get any champagne?
No.
Interesting. Well, maybe it was worth that 6 hours was worth the champagne.
In fact, I was like, a lot of these people seemed like regular customers, like they knew each other, and I was just kind of like an odd man out. So I was like, be cool, be cool. We're cool.
Yeah, we're fitting in.
We're fashionable. We're here to buy cool clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like going in the store, and they're like dabbing people up, and I'm not used to dabbing people up, so I have to like think about it. Like the gears are turning in my head, and like a guy gave me his name, and I was just like, sweet. And I just kept walking, and I didn't give him my name back, and I felt bad.
That's funny. That reminds me of this last weekend at 6th and Proctor, the headliner is a guy who he's like disabled. He doesn't have hands or arms, or he has arms to the elbow, and then like a weird like 2 fingers and a nub.
Oh, so he's got like what's his name, Niemeyer or something? Yeah.
And as he was leaving the club on Saturday, he was like saying, "Hey, goodbye, thanks for doing blah blah blah, thanks for working." And he walked by me and like went for the dab, and somehow we did it like as smoothly as I've ever done it. I don't even know what happened.
That's wild.
I don't even know what our hands were doing, but it was smooth.
Yeah, you know what? I think my problem is I never had a bop it as a kid, and that's why I'm bad at dabbing people up. Right? That was how you practice dabbing people up. You follow the sequence.
It's a good point. I had a bop it when I was growing up, and I got pretty good at it.
I may have for a little while, and it was probably like one of those things where I played with it for 20 minutes and then put it away, and it was never seen again.
Yeah.
Went to the Goodwill.
Some of those games are just too noisy for parents.
Yeah, that's true. Although, nice thing is I grew up in a big house, so
you could be in one corner of the
yeah,
hide away a little bit and make your noise.
But yeah, I went there, second in line. Even up until like the store opened, I think there was only like 20 people in line. So I think maybe this was like the first year they did online. I don't know like if they did online previous years, but I heard like previous years there's been much longer lines.
Interesting.
So I'm wondering if it's because they did online. Because I mean, they said everything's probably going to sell out, so maybe
that's the thing is they do exclusive things. And once
rareware.
It's out. What did you end up getting?
I got the Orcas hockey jersey.
Oh, you got the hockey jersey?
I got the hockey jersey.
Oh, I thought that was the best one.
Yeah,
that was sick.
I saw it like a few weeks back on their Instagram, and I was like, this doesn't happen often to me. I said, I need that.
Ooh,
I don't want it. I need it.
I like that.
So,
have you ever had a hockey jersey before?
No.
It's kind of got an interesting fit.
I love it. I like the big fit.
It's nice. I really like a hockey jersey.
Like, it's going to be great, like especially when it gets colder out. I can wear like a hoodie under it and still rep the jersey on the outside. So
and it's got such strong colors and yeah.
Dude, I'm psyched.
You could wear it to any Seattle sporting event.
Exactly.
People will be like, "Oh yeah, that guy knows what's up."
Yeah, I'm thrilled with it. I love that thing. But yeah, I was like, I need it. Like I was referring to picking this up from the store as the mission.
That was the mission.
It's like I can't stay out too late. I got the mission
tomorrow.
A mission
tomorrow. Hell yeah! Well, that's sick. Shout out, etc.
Shout out, etc. for putting out some really cool stuff. And
can't
believe
wait to
me,
see the jersey.
There was some other cool stuff there, but I was like, I need that
this
hockey
is what
jersey.
I need. Yeah.
The rhododendron button-up shirt.
Ooh.
Very cool.
State flower.
Yep. They had a bag, like a tote bag, but it was like really nice. You know, like how sometimes you can buy one, like a reusable one from the store, and it's just like some shitty canvas or something. They had this really nice like tote bag that was in the pattern of like the roof of the Tacoma Dome.
Ooh, that's interesting. That's a cool, clever idea.
Yeah, they had some sunglasses. I think Logan bought a pair.
He did. He got the sunglasses.
Yeah, I mean they just had a really great lineup of stuff. Good 9th anniversary celebration. I was glad to be a part of it.
Well, just imagine what'll happen on the 10th anniversary.
Ooh, it's gonna
go big.
It's gonna be big.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's that store's in a cool spot too. It's on 9th Street. Just before you get to the ramp to get on 705.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, really easy central spot to get to. It's a cool little store too. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, definitely check it out. There's a new restaurant on Pacific Avenue, West 122. I think it just opened. It's where Little Radio used to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I might have heard of it. It's not. What is it? What kind of restaurant is it?
It's sort of it's a bit higher end, like
Like
I don't
French?
I don't want to misclassify it. No, they make like handmade pastas and stuff, but they also do like let's see.
Handmade pasta, like, just like fine dining.
Yeah, like they have like crusted halibut and like octopus and like all
okay.
sorts of really cool stuff.
Interesting.
But they have calamari.
I love.
I mean,
calamari.
I don't know if it's quite
Calamari
like a.
used to be my favorite appetizer.
Oh, it's so good, dude. If I
'Cause I used to do, when I was young, I'd just order it as the meal.
there's a few places where I feel like it can be the meal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's enough calamari.
Oh yeah.
I think normally when it is almost like a meal, it was probably meant to be shared as an appetizer.
Exactly.
But you know,
But
I like it.
sometimes I need that lemon aioli.
It's all for me.
Exactly.
But no, it's higher end food. It took over where Little Radio is. But I'd like to check it out. I'm trying to save money because, as we've mentioned earlier, I'm buying a house. But one of these days, I'm going to check it out because
one of these days.
it's you know what, it's you know, I'll get back to you guys about it.
Sounds good.
But yeah, I'm just kind of excited about it because it seems different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like something a little higher end in that area where, like, you know,
Just to mix it up.
Yeah.
Take a nice date.
Exactly. And then
You got anything else coming up this week?
I've got a few things coming up. Maybe
Sweet,
not
busy
this week, but let me just
Smash
go.
Mouth is in town in 2 weeks.
That is correct.
Of course, we got to give the Smash Mouth countdown.
So at the Tacoma Armory, we got the Utopian Garden display. It's an immersive and interactive experience about flowers.
Interesting. Is it like VR?
I don't
Or
think
is it
it's
real flowers?
I don't think it's VR, but I think it's like lights and sounds and
So it's not
stuff. Like
physical flowers. It's like
they might have some, but I think it's a lot of just like representations of like flowers and their
interesting.
colors,
A lot of
and
George
the
O'Keeffe paintings and whatnot.
patterns. I think it's much more like modern,
like the Van
and
Gogh thing
contemporary.
that came through here.
Yeah, sort of like that, but I think it's like much more like bright lights and like I think it's a very much like a light display.
It'd be interesting if as an immersive experience, if it was very scent oriented.
Maybe it is.
That'd be very interesting to me.
I'll have to look into it some more, but you know, it's not that I'm super interested in like this particular display, but you know, the things that happen at the Tacoma Armory are always like so cool that even if I'm maybe not interested in the subject material, I figured I'd shout it out anyways because they have some really neat stuff at the Armory.
I agree. I mean, when they had the NASA exhibit thing, that was one of the coolest exhibits I've ever seen.
Yeah, so that's what's happening at the Tacoma Armory.
Well, maybe I'll keep it on my radar.
Do you like professional wrestling?
I'm not a huge fan, but I've been to an event.
SOS Pro Wrestling is having Where the Wild Things Are Friday, August 11th. I think it's like a sort of a jungle-themed professional wrestling match.
Interesting.
At Edison Square, 4115 Tacoma Way. Doors open at 7:15, bells at 8. That's August 11th.
That sounds
if you're
fun.
into professional wrestling.
Yeah, I actually think I went to one of those SOS events with my brother.
I've wanted to go for a while. They seem like so much fun.
Yeah, last time I was at one, I ran into Nar in there.
Nice.
I guess he's a big fan, and it is cool, like to see something so much more local.
Yeah.
Like what level local talent is
Where the
at.
local personalities in the
Exactly.
wrestling circuit.
And the gimmicks and the it's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, so I might check that out depending on how much it is. Tacoma Porch Fest,
Porch Fest. We talked about it last week.
August 5th,
I'm looking
1 to
forward
6
to it.
p.m. Live music.
I'm so curious how
Central
many bands
Tacoma.
will be out.
I'm curious too. I think it's going to be a good time though.
Hell yeah.
This is further down the road, but just if you want to add it onto your calendar, if you like tattoos, August 18th to the 20th, we got the Seattle Tattoo Expo.
Oh, interesting.
Yup.
I bet that's a big time expo.
At the Seattle Center Exhibition Hall.
Oh yeah, well that's a big time place to have an event.
Yeah, I think it is a pretty substantial show.
Yeah, maybe Rich White will be there.
Maybe, yeah.
Probably, actually.
Yeah, from Action Tattoo.
Yeah.
Check them out. And then, Sunday, August 6th.
You don't have any tattoos, do you?
No, I don't. I
don't think so. Me either.
Sunday, August 6th, so next weekend, the Downtown Tacoma Block Party.
There we go. I've been seeing that on my Instagram.
It's free. They got a beer garden. They got skateboarding, line dancing lessons, stand-up comedy, I'm told.
Huh. Where is it? Where downtown?
It is 9th and Broadway.
Okay.
It's 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., and it's put on by the Downtown Tacoma Partnership. You ever seen those guys?
I don't know.
I see them picking up trash a lot in downtown.
Okay. So 9th and Broadway, that's awful close to the comedy club.
Yeah, and I don't know where they got their stand-up comedy from, but...
Yeah, if they'll have a booth or something.
Yeah.
If they'll get it. Well, we will see.
Free parking, too, they said.
Nice.
They said free parking. And I might have...
Well, there's also Seafair up in Seattle that weekend as well, I believe. I think
you're right.
The first weekend of August is when it is, and you can see the hydroplanes and the
Blue
Angels come around.
Yeah, that should be cool.
I can't recall which day it is. Then would that be the 5th as well? That's the weekend.
Yeah, Saturday's the 5th.
Yeah, so then I think the 5th and 6th will be Seafair.
If you live in Proctor, Saturday, August 5th, or if you just want to go to Proctor, the Proctor Arts Fest on North 26th Street in Proctor in Tacoma. Art, music, and most importantly, food.
Oh. Most importantly, more.
But yeah, a lot of events going on this weekend.
Well, it's a good summer. You got to strike while the iron's hot.
It's like festival time.
Yes, it's festival season.
Mm-hmm.
There's
a reason for the season.
There is, and it's time to get out and
it's fucking nice outside.
Hell yeah.
The mountain's out.
The mountain is out.
Yeah.
We've been living like it for a long time now.
Oh, for sure. But that's all I got.
I think that sounds like it's time to wrap up and send you all on your way. Go enjoy the rest of your week and live life like the mountain's out.
Thank you.